Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Friday, TGIF, and today is June 23rd. Welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for coming. As usual, I do appreciate the support. I really do appreciate everybody showing up to these live streams. We normally do live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2:30 UK time, but I usually add in at least one more throughout the week at big news events, like the pound interest rate news that we had this week. So we're going to start off as usual. We're going to start off by looking at the DXY US dollar index. We're going to do our full top-down analysis all the way down to the 1 hour time frame. Then we're going to take that information, we're going to apply it to all the other US dollar pairs, including gold, and we may take a look at silver, probably take a look at yen pairs, probably look at Bitcoin, natural gas, oil, the stock market, and most likely have time to look at a few other things. So today is Monday. Today is Friday. Today is Friday, so kind of ending off the week. Hopefully everybody had a fairly good week. It was a little bit of a volatile week, but it was actually not too bad, hopefully. Lots of good trend trades as usual. Hey Fly Moon, hey Odin, how's it going? So let's start off, let's zoom out a little bit. I do like to zoom out on this DXY just so we can get the bigger picture. So on the DXY, I still think that this right here is an uptrend. Looks very clear to me that it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is an ABC down, and I think this is an uptrend also. So we have an uptrend, followed by a correction, followed by an uptrend, followed by a big impulsive turn. Definitely looks to me like an ABC correction, and if it is an ABC correction, then we are definitely going to end up continuing the downtrend. If it does anything besides continue the downtrend like this, then that's going to invalidate this being a wave C. So right now I still am expecting this to continue the downtrend on the much longer time frames. Let's switch to the dollar index and go down to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame is still where I can see what I think is a downtrend for the 1. I still think this looks like a complete ABC correction for wave 2, right at the 38.2 level, as you can see. Nice impulsive move to the downside. It is definitely going up pretty strong, but I still believe that the trend is down. I still think we already have a 1-2, and I still believe that we will go down for a wave 3. So let's take it down to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you can still see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I think this is still an A, B, C, or B, and to me this looks like an uptrend for a wave C. Nice impulsive move down with a break of structure proves that this whole uptrend is over. If it is a wave C, which I still believe it is, then that means that the whole correction is complete. We definitely have, I normally don't pay too much attention to triangles, but we definitely have a little bit of a contracting triangle forming here, or like a wedge or something along those lines. So price could possibly go all the way back up and test the top of the triangle, but I still don't believe that to be so. I still think that this is going to be a correction to this move down. We may even already be in the wave C, and I think that it's probably going to be a 1, a 2, and a wave 3 of wave 3. So let's take a look at that on the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, I got my Fibonacci retracement measuring this whole move down. As you can see, I think there's probably a complete 1, 2, and then someplace right here is probably the 3, 4, 5. I think we have a complete downtrend. Most likely this move up is going to be a correction to this move down. I got my Fibonacci retracement measuring the move down. So we definitely got one uptrend already. It could already have a wave A. It may already have a wave B. This move up very easily could be a wave C. It doesn't mean that it needs to stop at this 50%. It easily could go all the way up to one of these higher levels, maybe even touch this trend line from that triangle I was just showing on the daily time frame. But if it does continue to respect this 50%, make it a pulsive move down, take out structure, that will tell me that it is a wave C, probably like a 1, 2 of 3, and then continue the downtrend. I still think there's a very good likelihood we have a 1, 2, and 3 of wave 3 coming. Hey Robin, how's it going? Hey Ricky, how's everybody doing today? Nice warm day here in Portugal. It's about 85 degrees. I don't know how hot that is in Celsius because I'm still a little too American. I don't know my Celsius, but it's very warm today. I had to go out and buy myself an AC over it this week, so I got that blowing on me. Hopefully the noise from the AC is not too loud. If it is, I can definitely turn it off. Now, going down to the 1 hour time frame, we definitely got an uptrend right here. It kind of looks like a wave A. And then this looks to me like an ABC correction. So I still am looking at this as possibly being an A, this being a B, and this looks like a 1, 2, 3. It kind of looks to me like we may be in a wave 4 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe come back up for a wave 5. Then, if it continues to respect this 50%, like I said, it doesn't have to respect that level. It very easily could go up further. But if it does respect that level, making a pulse move down, take out structure, then that is going to be the end of a correction and the continuation of the downtrend for a wave C. Yeah, on Monday, probably gonna, I don't know, let's see, we are on the 1 hour time frame. So I did notice on the daily time frame, let's shoot up here one more time, that we're definitely forming some sort of it kind of looks like a contracting triangle. Both lines are slanted in on both sides, so honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it does come all the way up here and touch the top of this triangle and maybe even turn into like an A, B, C, D, and then maybe even go down again for like a wave E or something. So we wouldn't be surprised if it turns into a little bit of a wedge or a triangle. So we may actually be bouncing around a little bit for the next couple of weeks. Depending on what we actually have for news in the next coming weeks. Now we do have PMI news coming out in about 10 minutes too, so we definitely want to pay attention to that. But I was kind of curious to see if we had any really important dollar news coming out anytime soon. Which I would have to probably do that on my own time and look through here and see. We do have FOMC meeting minutes, but that's not really that crazy of an important event. So yeah, I'll probably have to go through. We got CPI on July 12th, so maybe that'll be what causes it. But either way, it still looks like we could possibly be in a wave C right now. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like an ABC. Looks like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. So I am expecting that it could possibly continue to respect this level. It could possibly make it a pulse move down, break structure, and end up continuing the downtrend. Now, just because that's what I see could happen doesn't mean that is what is going to happen. It very easily could just keep on trending up. So until we see like that 3, 4, 5 shape with the break of structure, I am definitely looking for longs in an uptrend still. So let's see. Negate 3 cycles. Yeah, you have to post that in the private chats on Discord so I can see what you mean by that, Ricky. I'm not really sure. But yeah, post that in there so we can take a look at that. I'm more than interested to check that out. So the daily time frame on the euro dollar definitely looks like a complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we definitely have a complete looking trend right there. I think it's most likely at 1. I think that this is probably going to make a bigger correction like a wave 2, which means the dollar will probably make a bigger correction also and head back up for a wave 3. So let's head down to the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, I got my Fibonacci retracement measuring this whole move up. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much a perfect trend right there. Pretty much a perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have an impulsive move down, probably a wave A. And then we are probably going to go up and make a wave B. Hey Chrissy, how's it going? And then I would expect us to go back down to make a wave C, probably at least at a 50 to 61.8, which tells me that the dollar is probably going to end up making a bigger move also. And then after that, I think is when it's actually going to end up continuing the uptrend. So most likely this correction is going to probably last a little bit of time. Now the euro is definitely very weak to the downside because of all that PMI news today, but it does have a little bit of a three-wave shape on it on the sort of time frames. I don't really think that's the end of a correction and it's just going to keep on trending up now, but more likely this is actually in a wave B right now, and this is like a wave A, and then it will go back down more likely to make a C, especially with the fact that it didn't really turn at a Fibonacci level. It kind of turned at this area back here. So most likely we're in a wave B right now, and most likely it's going to be a correction to this move down, probably someplace between the 38 and 78% of this move down, 3 waves up, impulsive down. So we may have a pretty good sorting opportunity at the beginning of last week. Hey Yana, how's it going today? Oh, the US dollar yen. Oh, yeah, we'll have to check that out in a minute. So it's pretty much the exact same story on the pound dollar, except for it's not as weak as the euro dollar right now, but it still has that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape. The fact that it does have 5 waves and the fact that it did go down kind of break structure a little bit does tell me that it probably will make a bigger correction, like a wave 2, a wave 1, and then go up for a wave 3. So I think that we are due for a bigger correction, even though when we go down to the shorter time frames, it kind of looks like it could be an ABC right there, but I do not think that is what's going on. Yeah, we do have news in 5 minutes. We're going to check that out for sure. So we have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3, 4, and 5. I think this move down is only a wave A. I think it's probably going to make a correction like a wave B and then head back down to make a wave C. So we probably got a nice little uptrend right here, and then it's probably going to continue up. So like Miguel was saying, we do have news coming out in a couple minutes here for PMI. So we definitely want to pay attention to that. We might have to come back to analyzing these dollar pairs in a minute here, but it definitely on the pound dollar, it looks like a downtrend, like this move down definitely looks a little bit like a trend, which does kind of throw me off a little bit because I do believe this is a wave 5, especially looking at all dollar pairs. It does look like to me like a 3, a 4, and a 5, and it looks to me like this is actually in a downtrend, probably all part of a wave A still. It's probably actually a wave B and then probably go down again for a wave C. So it seems to me like this is going to make a bigger correction and it's probably not going to continue the uptrend quite yet. So let's go to the Aussie dollar, see if we can get any clues about what's going on with the dollar right now. The Aussie dollar also had, just like the euro dollar, does have a little bit of a 3-wave shape down, so we do have to be aware that a lot of these dollar pairs do have a little bit of a 3-wave shape to them to the downside, and it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for it to just end the correction and just keep on trending up. But it seems to me like this is a 1, this is a 2, and it kind of seems more likely that it's going to do something like that for a wave 3. So let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we do have a 3-wave shape right here, like I said, but I don't think that's an ABC. I think looking at all dollar pairs, it's actually more likely it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. It probably is going to go up, but that move up is probably going to be a B, and then it'll probably go down for a wave C. I would expect this to be an ABC of 2, this to be a 1, and then hopefully later on continue the uptrend for that wave 3. So let's take it down to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, we got a nice little downtrend right here, probably a wave 1, which I think actually ends right here. So the wave 1 ends right there, then an ABC for the 2. This looks like we're in a downtrend that may not even be over. It may still be in a wave 3. So I don't even see no end of a trend, and even when it does end the trend, it's probably just going to make a wave 4 and make a wave 5 and go back down, or possibly go up and make a bigger correction like an ABC or B, especially since we do have news coming out in about 2 minutes. So we have to be aware. So we are at the Aussie dollar. We'll finish looking at the Kiwi and all these other pairs in a few minutes here. What is gold doing? Oh, gold is definitely making a push up, huh? So anyways, let's go back to the dollar for a minute. We got news in about 1 minute. It kind of seems to me like the dollar is going to make another push up at the news, but we'll see. PMI is usually, I don't know, it's usually not the biggest news event ever. It's not a huge mover, but it does have a lot to do with inflation, so it could possibly be a surprise to us. I don't really see... Yeah, to me it looks very clear that this is a 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's going to make a spike reversal. That would actually make a lot of sense if it went up, made a wave 5, and then later on started to come back down and take out structure. That would make a lot of sense, and that would actually be a complete wave C if it did do that. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it would make a lot of sense on most other pairs, though. But anyways, we do have... that's my prediction at this point, since the news is about to come out. I think it is going to go up. It very easily could even go past the 50% level. So I do think the dollar is going to go up at the news. We got about 5 seconds until that comes out, so let's see what happens with that. Nope. And initial move was definitely down. I don't think it's going to hold, though. I think it's going up. Now we need to see if this turns into a wave 5 and then comes back down or not. Oh yeah, look at that. If this is a wave 4 and this is a wave 5, then it will probably just go back up to this high, and then it will turn back down. If it's not a 3, 4, 5, then it will just keep on trending up. But it seems to me like it wants to go up a little more, huh? Let's see here. What do we got for stuff going on here? Whoa, menu. Got all kinds of stuff going on. Oh, he's been killing it on gold today. Menu's been trading the living crap out of gold by the looks of it. Nice. Good job, Menu. Awesome, buddy. Menu is the gold man. So, let's see. I don't really see anything too spectacular going on. Yeah, let me write that down for you, buddy. The Kiwi Canadian. We're kind of watching the dollar for a few minutes here just to see what happens. Let me get my pen out. I got a bunch of notes from earlier. The Kiwi Yen. So let me write that down so I don't forget. The Kiwi Canadian. I'm sorry. Kiwi Canadian. No problem, buddy. We'll definitely look at that for you. Doesn't look like PMI is really going to be all that exciting. So let's get back to our full dollar analysis. We left off at looking at the Aussie. So let's go down to the Kiwi. The Kiwi is actually quite a bit weaker to the upside, but it probably also has that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. It's just a lower high for the wave 5. This is probably going to be a correction, but I bet it's going to be like a 78 or maybe even 88% correction. I still think this is the end of an ABC right here, which means that even if it does come back down, it's probably either going to make a higher low or it's probably going to just come back to like the 78 or 88% level and then end up continuing the uptrend. Awesome. Raki's sitting on the beach and making money off gold. Menu just sent me all his trades today from gold too, so it sounds like you two are on the same page. So Kiwi dollar, the Kiwi dollar, I could definitely picture being an ABC right here, but I think it's more likely this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is actually a wave A. It's just the Kiwi is very weak, so it's probably not really got the power. So most likely we got an ABC correction, I think, coming, and probably later on continuing the uptrend. So let's head down to the 1 hour time frame. I think we're going to have the end of a trend right here, but I think that trend is actually a wave A. I think the next move up is probably going to be a correction to the move down like a wave B, and then I would expect it to go down again for the wave C. So not really too much going on right there. US dollar Canadian. Let me just switch back real quick. Yeah, I think the dollar is going to drift up a little. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. Now the US dollar Canadian is still not broken structure. It's one of the only dollar pairs really that hasn't broken structure yet. I still think it looks like a 1, 2, 3. Now don't get me wrong, this could be an ABC right here, and if it is, you know, it definitely does have that ABC shape right now. It is bouncing off to 78.6, so if this goes up and starts making very impulsive moves, then we'll know it's a wave C. But I still think it's more likely at 1, probably an ABC of 2, and then this is actually now in a wave 3. And it fits my analysis with all the other ones too. Ah, crap, Yana. Let's go, let's finish this one first. We're going to look at that one in a minute. 4 hour time frame. This looks like all one section of trend right here. This is definitely all one trend, and we still don't even have a break of structure. I think this is probably going to end up breaking structure, but it's probably only just barely going to break structure. Probably something like this. Everybody's going to see the structure break and think the trend is over, and then bam, bam, it's going to go back down like a 1, 2 of wave 3, I bet. So 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, we definitely got a break of structure, but that only tells us that this trend right here is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That tells us that this section of trend is complete. So most likely what we have is only a wave A right here. It's probably, I bet, before the end of the day, going to start making a correction like a wave B, and then later on, probably in the Monday or something, make that wave C. Then it will probably break structure, everybody will start going long, and then it will probably end the correction and start continuing the downtrend. US dollar Swiss. US dollar Swiss did break structure already. I was actually thinking on the daily time frame that this may actually look more like a trend, and this may actually be a correction. like a wave B, and then it may keep going up for a wave C, up to either the 61 or the 50%, and then making that impulsive move down. We'll see though. There's definitely no guarantees of that. It looks very, very corrective to me, like one big overlapping correction, even this last section. So I think this is actually more likely to go up, at least to one of these higher Fibonacci levels. Probably going to be a wave C. So that would kind of fit with the dollar also, if that is what happens. The dollar's not really moving much yet. 1 hour time frame. Now we had a break of structure, but it did reject our structure almost instantly. This right here to me looks like a trend. I think it's like a wave 1, and there's probably like an ABC in here, like a 2, and this is probably going to keep going up for a wave 3. Probably at least to that 50% to make that wave 3, 4, and wave 5. So that seems very, very likely to me that that's what's going to happen on that one. What direction were you trading in, Yana? You were going short? You're probably going long, and it just spiked you out a little bit. So on the daily time frame, I've been saying this for a long time. Let's go all the way up to the weekly just so I can explain myself real quick, because I do think that this is really, it's the monthly is where the clarity is, honestly. I do still think that this looks like a big ABC correction, but the yen pairs very easily could, especially if the dollar does get a little bit of strength, very easily could just cause this to keep on going up. And luckily, it doesn't really matter to me if it keeps on going up, because I'm going to be looking for longs on sort of time frames anyways until I see proof that that move up is over. So I'm still looking at this as being like a 1 and this possibly being an ABC correction. But if it just keeps on drifting up, then it's probably actually gonna just, if it does just keep on drifting up, then it doesn't really matter, because we should be looking for longs on a sort of time frame anyways. Look at that. The yen pairs are probably still moving up, huh? And the dollar's trying to go up on the news, you can see. So as you can see, ever since we had the end of this correction way back here, we've been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. It did not really respect that Fibonacci level at all, and it's still going up. Still no signs of this being over. I would definitely still be looking for longs in an uptrend, especially on the shorter time frames. Yeah, that is an ABC correction right there. It's a small one, but excuse me, it definitely looks like an ABC correction. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. That was bad, because it broke structure. I would have done the same thing on that one, Yana, and then I would have had my stop loss down here, and then bam, stopped out, and then up she goes. That's a tough situation, honestly, because I would have done the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, break of structure. I would have done exactly the same thing. I would have had my stop loss right there, and then I probably would have got stopped out, and then it probably would have gone in my direction. Oh, did it, are you still in that trade? So hopefully, hopefully you're still in it, or you got back in it. Oh no, yeah, I don't think I would chase it. If you really did want to get in, then you would probably go to like the 1 minute time frame to look for a pullback, but it's kind of dangerous. I try not to chase anything because it gets a little dangerous. Yeah, look for pullbacks on the 1 minute if you really do want to get back in. What is gold doing? Man, gold is a fun one. So I did change my analysis on gold a little bit, because in yesterday's Zoom meeting we spent some time looking at gold, and together we came to the conclusion that this probably was all a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that this was definitely one section of trend, and that this was definitely a correction in the middle, and that this was probably a wave C right here. So we did change it, but it's exactly the same forecast. I still think there's a very good likelihood that we could go up and break structure to the upside, which I've been getting a lot of heat on YouTube chats. I do read those YouTube chats that people write. People say that I'm the only person that thinks gold is going up, which honestly I kind of like it that way, to tell you the truth. I like being the only person that thinks that gold is going up. That gives me even more confidence that gold is going to go up, to tell you the truth. Ooh, I almost think it could go up now, honestly. So we have a downtrend, probably a wave A. This is all very, very messy overlapping, as you can see. But it's actually clear if we think about it, because that's a trend for the A. That's 3 waves down for a B, and this is a wave C. Now, like I said, we spent some time yesterday on the Zoom meeting, which the Zoom meeting is for my Patreon members. We spent some time yesterday going over gold really closely, and we came to this conclusion. If anybody is interested in joining my Patreon membership, that's where we go over things. That's where I teach. It comes with a trading course. It comes with members forecast area. It comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So link for that is in the chats and in the description. But anyways, look at this. We got one down, corrective up. That spike right there is probably actually the wave 3. This is probably actually a wave 4, and this may already be a wave 5. Man, we're about to break structure too, so that may tell us that this wave C is over. Man, it's not bouncing off a fib level though. Should we have a fib in a little bit of a different spot? I don't really like to adjust the fib too much, because then it's not really accurate if we're just moving it around to fit our scenario. Maybe it does have to go there. No, that doesn't fit either. Yeah, I don't think you should have to move your Fibonacci around to fit your scenario. So maybe it's just not going to bounce off a fib level. We'll have to see. Looks like it wants to break structure. If it breaks that structure, it's probably going to prove that this move down is over. And I've been saying for quite some time that I think that this is going up in a big way, so we'll see. I want to see a clear break of structure, and then I want to see a retest, and then at the retest would be a much safer entry to go long. Yeah, that's kind of a good point. I have used the line chart in the past a few different times, and the reason why the line chart is good is because it shows you where price closes. Yeah, so you might be right about that. Let's try that, see if it works, Fly Moon. So then we put it on closing price instead of like the highs and the lows. Yeah, it still doesn't really work that well. But I do like line charts in a way, because they show closing price, which is important to us, and they show structure. So that way you can very clearly see the highs and the lows. The high, low, low, high, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a good point. Definitely. Let's switch back to candles though. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What do we think? It's probably, I don't know. I have a hard time picturing that that's the end. It's probably a wave 4, I'll tell you the truth, because I don't think the dollar's quite finished yet. So it probably is going to go down one more time to touch that 61.8 level. This is probably a 1, 2, and this is actually all a wave 3. And then it makes a 4, and then it makes a 5, and then it bounces off a fib, takes out structure, and then it starts going up. So we probably are going to get another move to the downside, I would say. This is probably only a wave A right here. Just like the other dollar pairs, it would make a lot of sense, honestly. A, B, C, except for the dollar's going up and gold is going up at the same time, so that doesn't fit very well. But gold definitely has a mind of its own, so we kind of got to go with the flow on gold. If you are a big gold trader, I definitely suggest making a special profile for gold and including all these gold pairs, not to trade but to use as correlated pairs. I personally don't really trade gold, so I don't really check it out quite as much as some of my other members do. So anyways, we looked at all the dollar pairs already, but we will most likely get back to the dollar. Let's go look at the yen and see what's up with that. The yen is not respecting this Fibonacci level. There's definitely no signs of it being over. It still looks to me like a 1, 2, 3. So there's pretty much no chance that this trend is over. Going down to the daily, we still don't even have a break of structure, so we can't even say that the 3 is over. So it's probably a 1, 2, and 3 still. So we're most likely still in a wave 3. Yeah, the euro yen's going up a little bit too. It looks like it should be a wave B, but it may not be. Sometimes what we think is a wave B ends up being a wave C, continuation of the uptrend, but 1 minute time frame, yeah. That's not for me, honestly. But if it makes an ABC correction and makes another higher low, then that's going to be another entry to go long for sure. No problem, buddy. You can. People in the group love trading those short time frames. It's just for me, I personally don't do it. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it successfully. Pound yen is not respecting this Fibonacci on the daily so far. And this is obviously not a trend that's over yet. There's definitely no reason to think this trend is over. Most recent structure level is down here, so the trend, even this section of trend, is not over yet. And this also looks to me like a 1, 2, 3. Maybe it has a 4, 5 in there, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe it would be due for a bigger correction, but until that bigger correction actually happens, I would definitely still be looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. It does look to me like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, though. I think that the yen pairs probably are due for a bigger correction. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it goes down and takes out a structure, that's going to be the end of a trend, and it'll probably be a correction to this whole move. But I wouldn't believe that until I saw a structure break. Just because that's what it looks like doesn't mean that's what it's going to do. Yeah, 1 minute time frame was a good entry way back here when you had a break of structure. Hopefully that's when you get in. That does look like a little bit of an ABC correction, but I would definitely not enter now. You'd be chasing it big time if you entered now. It's probably actually going to go down, I bet. So 1 hour time frame. Let's see what we get from some of these other yen pairs. Oh wow, that looks like an ABC correction, doesn't it? It's probably not over yet. It's probably going to go down more, but it looks like we may have an opportunity on this maybe next week for the continuation of the uptrend. Yeah, I'm wondering if that could be a wave 5. It doesn't look like it, but it's definitely a trend. I mean, it doesn't look like a trend, but it's definitely 5 waves up. It's probably not, though. It's probably a wave B. The only reason I say that is because all the other yen pairs look like this is a wave 5. So as long as it doesn't break this low, the trend is definitely still up. Even though I think there's a good chance it is going to go down, the trend is definitely up, and we definitely want to continue to look for longs in an uptrend. Canadian yen also looks to me like it has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape, but that definitely doesn't mean that the trend is over. 181. 181.65. So yeah, that's a good entry. Yeah, that's a perfect entry, buddy. Good job. Swiss yen. Wow, Swiss yen's going up nicely, isn't it? 1, 2, 3 waves down. That was definitely the end of a correction today. Hopefully some of my members got that, because this morning in our members video that I do every single morning for the members, we do about a 20-minute live stream every single morning around 9:15 a.m. London time. I was saying that if this, on the 30-minute time frame, I was saying that if this makes 3 waves down and a positive turn up, that would be a good long. Hopefully some of my members took that to heart and got in long on that one. Looking pretty good. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think that I agree with you. Living Noja. Living in Noja. I agree with you on that, though. Definitely. So yeah, yen pairs, definitely still looking for longs on the yen pairs for sure. Let's see, Oyo. Hopefully Ricky's still here, because he's the one that really enjoys these videos about oil and natural gas. Oil is in a major channel right now. Like, look at this channel we got going on here. It still kind of looks like it could be like a corrective channel, and it still could go up, though. Doesn't it? Doesn't it still look like it's impulsive up? And then it's all very corrective down? Let's go down to the solar time frame, see if we can see some sort of a triangle or something going on here. Let's see. Can we draw some sort of a lines on here? Oh, we do have slanting top and flat bottom. What is that? We have a slanted top and we got a flat bottom right here. Let's see. What does that tell us? Let's go to the educational tab in my Patreon membership and see a flat bottom would be a barrier triangle. That could be a barrier triangle. If that's true, that means that it's a... No, I'm sorry, that's not it. Right here, yeah. So if this is a barrier triangle, then that's a bear market triangle. That means that it could just keep on going down. Does that make sense for us? Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier, menu. So this educational tab comes free with the membership, so if anybody does want to join my membership, it also comes with all these Elliott Wave patterns as part of the membership. Does that make so if this is a barrier triangle, that means that since it's slanting on the top and flat on the bottom, that means that it's a bear triangle. So that would be an A, B, C, D. That doesn't make sense either. E. So the first move up should be the A. Okay, so I get where I made the mistake. Where you start the triangle right here, that should be where the A is. So that should be the A, and this should be the B, which that's definitely 3 ways down, so that makes sense. This is an uptrend. That looks like a trend, so that makes a lot of sense too. A, B, C. 3 waves down. D. Oops, that's supposed to be a D. And maybe that is an uptrend. It's just a lower high. That does make sense now that we look at it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. A, B, C, D, E. That is probably it, isn't it? That would make this back here the A, B, C. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? If you look at that barrier triangle in my educational tab in a bear market, that's pretty much exactly what we have. I bet it's going to break out, retest, and probably go down. So I think we got that figured out finally. We just had to put a little bit of thought and energy into it. So yeah, I think that's probably it. It's probably going to go down, break out, come back, retest, and then back down again. So nice. That's good. Yeah, flat bottom, I know. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. And so, God, that's funny. I was just laughing at Ricky's comment about her swimsuit. So, anyways, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I think we might have got that figured out. What about natural gas? I think that we should be looking for shorts on that on the pound dollar. I kind of changed this one up a little bit too. Now this may not be correct, but the reason why I changed it is because this definitely looks like a trend. This definitely looks like a correction. And then this is definitely a trend. You see high, low, high, low, high, low. As you can see, that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a break of structure, which should tell us that this trend is over. If that trend is over, that means that we have a complete wave 3. And then we have impulsive up, wave A. We have 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, wave 4. And then this could be a wave 5. I'm starting to think that this is going to go up. It still could be a correction, but I think it might go up in a bigger way than we're thinking. Let me go down to the 4-hour time frame and I can kind of zoom out a little bit and show you again. There we go. Now this is definitely a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then a break of structure. That should tell us that wave 3 is over. And then we got a trend, a correction, and a trend. That's probably a B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. And then that's definitely a trend down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I honestly think we got this figured out too, really. I think that this is going up. Now, that doesn't mean that it ain't going down. I definitely agree that it probably is going down right now, because this is actually... Yeah, I could kind of see this going both ways too, because this almost looks like one of those irregular ABC crescents that we see. But it probably is actually a wave A. This is probably a wave B, and it probably is going to go down for a wave C and then go back up. But you do have to be a little bit careful of that, because we definitely have impulsive down wave A, 3 waves up wave B, and then impulsive down again wave C. So it very easily, if you see this thing start to make a big engulfing turn to the upside, especially if it's at a Fibonacci level, that may just end up continuing the uptrend. So be careful on that one. That may just keep on going up. Which I guess oil and natural gas are not really that correlated, but yeah, it may go down for a wave C, or it may just bounce off a fib level and just keep on trending up, because the higher time frames look to me like the trend is up. Let's go see what Bitcoin's up to. Bitcoin made one hell of a rally. Hey Phil boy, how's it going? Nice to see you. I think I got this one figured out too, because I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I think this is all the way B, and I think this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. So I think that we're probably in a wave. We're probably starting a wave 2 right now. Do we have the end of a trend? We don't really have the end of a trend yet though. But this looks like there's an A, B, C right there of B, and then this is probably a 1, and it's probably going to make a bigger crescent for the 2, and then it's probably going to go up and make a 3. Yeah, we can check out the NASDAQ for you. 1 hour time frame. I was trying to figure out if we got the end of a trend yet. It doesn't really look like we do. We definitely got high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Yeah, maybe we do. It's starting to get out of proportion. This move right here is starting to get too big to be part of this trend right here. So it probably is a 1. It probably is going to work its way down for a 2, and then it's probably going to go up for a 3. And I noticed that Bitcoin has a tendency to really drag out its crescents. Some of these crescents on Bitcoin just drag out forever, and then finally it just goes out of nowhere, and then it will just drag out a big old crescent, and then bam, and then another big old crescent, and then bam. So this is probably just going to drag on for a crescent, and then eventually just out of nowhere it'll pop right up like that. So let's go look at the stock market. Let's check out that NASDAQ. US NAS 100. This is the one you want, right? This NAS 100. This is the same as the NASDAQ, I believe. Philly. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Boy, that one. I was thinking that the S&P 500 was in a wave B, but this looks like it's already completed an ABC crescent. It kind of looks like it's going up, and it may even be like a wave 5, which would make sense. It would make a lot of sense if this was a 3, 4, 5, and then the S&P 500 ended up wave B, and this ended a wave 5, and then they both went down at the same time. So that would make a lot of sense. It definitely looks like it's going up, and I for sure don't see any reason to think it's over yet. We don't have a fib bounce. We don't have a break of structure. To me, the trend is definitely still up. It looks like a 1, 2, and this is all a wave 3. So it looks like we're still in a wave 3 right now. 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, we have a... I would first of all be putting my Fibonacci right here. And yeah, we're probably in a crescent, probably an ABC. The trend is definitely still up, so I would be looking for a 3-way pullback. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down, I would definitely just continue to look for longs at the end of 3-wave patterns for sure. We do have a little bit of a break of structure right here in the middle, so I mean, I guess we possibly could already have that A, B, C. We definitely got a break of structure, so if this makes a higher low, if that makes a higher low, and makes an impulsive engulfing move up, I would definitely take that as a long, 100%. So it definitely seems like it could be like an A, and this could actually go up and make a C, though. That seems more likely to me based on the 4-hour time frame. But like I always say, sometimes what we think is a B will end up just stretching out and turning into a big old move to the upside. So if I see it in a big engulfing candle, I would definitely take that as a long for sure. We get back to the dollar pairs in just a minute. Yeah, I would probably be short right now too, honestly, depending on what time frame you trade on. Oh, you're not even talking about this. You're talking about the EU. Never mind. So let's go check out that Kiwi Canadian for, I forget who requested that. Oh, that's right, Maxwell or whatever. Maxwell requested that. This is one we were talking about a few weeks ago in Zoom meetings. I still think it looks like a correction, and I still think it could bounce off one of these fib levels and end up continuing the uptrend. So I would definitely still be looking for shorts, because there's definitely no confirmation that this is over. But I would also probably be keeping in the back of my mind that this is probably all a correction to the uptrend. So if you see like a bounce off a fib level and a break of structure, I would definitely take note of that, and I would definitely start looking for longs. But right now, we would definitely still be looking for shorts on the shorter time frames. That was a pretty nice entry. 1, 2, 3 waves up and pulse it down. Nice entry. There was a nice 1-hour entry right there. I would be a little bit cautious right now because we are approaching this area right here. But if it does go up and make like another 3-way pattern, then I would definitely take it as another short. I wouldn't even think about going long, at least until we broke some sort of an important structure level. It's right now the last important structure level is way up here, so I would definitely still be looking for shorts in a downtrend. Yeah, we had a pretty nice little short right there. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3 waves up right there too. If it makes another 1, 2, 3 waves up, another impulsive move down, I would definitely go short. But I would beware of this 61%. I would almost guarantee that's going to cause some resistance. So I would definitely be looking for shorts still, but I would also realize that the 61.8 is probably going to be an area of resistance, and I would definitely try to be careful about that. Yeah, gold is moving. Menu is saying dollar up and gold up, and gold is definitely moving on its own. If you look at all gold pairs right now, you can see that gold is moving. It's not the dollar that's moving gold, it's gold that gold is moving gold. Gold is moving because for some reason gold is moving on its own right now. Wow, look at the gold versus the yen. Wow, look at that whipping move. But you can look and see that it's definitely gold moving. It's not moving because of the dollar, it's moving because of gold. So I bet this first move up is an A. I bet this is now going to go down for a correction like a B, and I bet it will go back up later on for a C. I think it's probably going to be a wave 4, and then probably go down again for a wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks like you and Waki exited gold right on the dot. So good job on that. Awesome, buddy. Let's start working our way through these dollar pairs again. The US dollar yen, is definitely making a move up. That's probably at least heading up to the 78% now, and it may not even be a wave C. It may be a 1, 2, 3. So we have to keep in mind that this is probably just going to keep on going. We're going to look at the euro dollar. You're looking at 1935 now. Oh, that's probably where you got in short. You went short at 1935 menu. Hit that right at the top. You and Waki are collaborating on gold, I think. Yo, gold. The gold bug. So yeah, definitely no reason to think this trend is over. It looks like it's going up for sure. Oh, you got out at 1935. Yeah, that was awesome, buddy. Good job. You got some good profit today, so I bet that brought your confidence back up, which I don't think your confidence was ever affected, honestly. I would definitely still be looking for longs on this. I would want to see a pullback right now to get long, but I would definitely still be looking for longs. I think there's a good chance that this is going to continue up also, maybe even all the way up to the 50%. US dollar Canadian, I think, is probably in a wave A, which is not even over yet. It could go up more. Probably eventually, by the end of the day, it'll start going down for a B and then probably back up for a C. Your Kiwi, I don't think this is over either, and I actually think this is a wave A. I think this is a wave 5 right here with a lower high. So this is probably a 3, 4, and 5. It's probably eventually, it's probably not even finished. It's probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. Eventually, by the end of the day, it'll probably start working its way up for a B, and then later on back down for a C. Yeah, Aussie is very strong to the downside. You can't really picture that being a wave 5 on the Aussie. But I bet it's still a wave A, just like the other pairs. I bet the next move up is going to be a correction, and I bet it'll go down again to probably the 78 or so at this point. So I would definitely be looking for sorts in a downtrend on this one for sure. Pound dollar going down, yeah, definitely. I think that we're in a wave A. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably might even stretch out a little more, make something like that. Probably make a B. Then go down and make a C. Probably going to be a correction to the whole move up on the daily, like a 1 and a 2. And the euro dollar, I'm not really sure what they were saying about the euro dollar, but to me it looks like a wave A. It looks like it's too strong up to make it like a wave 5 now too. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's probably just going to make its way up. Probably do something like this until Monday or Tuesday and then go back down and then go back up. So let's see, let me check my chats one more time, see if there's any more requests. Yeah, I wouldn't probably try to go short now on that. We did the Kiwi Canadian. Car lover, you need to join my Patreon membership so that way you make sure that you get your requests in every time. If anybody is interested in joining my Patreon membership, the link for that is in the chats and in the description. Now, you don't have to join my Patreon membership. You can stay a free member of my Discord as long as you want. It's 100% free to join. We're rolling up on 4,000 members, which is pretty exciting. We have 3,559 members, so that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty exciting. So let's check that out. Like I said, buddy, if you want to make sure that your requests get taken, then you probably should think about joining my Patreon membership. The only reason why I am taking it is because we have time. I still think it's going up. I still think we're going up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, actually. Looking at this, we may actually be in a 1, A, B, C of 2, and then back up for a 3. That would actually make a lot of sense. This is a 1 of 3, a 2 of 3, and a 3 of 3. See you later, Miguel. Yeah, that looks more like a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Wait, no, that's supposed to be a wave B. That's supposed to be the trend. This is supposed to be the A. This is supposed to be like a B. And this should be a wave C. And then this is probably an A, B, C, or B, and then we're probably in actually a wave C right now, which is probably going to go up and take out these highs and then probably head back down. Yeah, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be very close. If it starts to starts it to the downside, I would definitely think that that's the end of a wave C or B. Pretty slow. Oh, the dollar did go up, make that wave 5. Let's see if it actually is a wave 5 or not. Looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to me. If it continues to respect this 50%, makes an impulsive move down, breaks structure, that may be an ABC correction. Like I was telling my Patreon members earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if next week we were back to looking for shorts on the dollar again. It's probably just a little bit of a shakeout today because of all that PMI news that we had. So there is a possibility this is just a big, strong ABC correction. I mean, I guess there's a possibility that this is an ABC also, really, and maybe end up looking something like that. Aussie dollar is definitely could see that happen. We can look at silver real quick. 1, 2, 3 ways down. If it makes an end of a trend, then that could be an end of a C also. Yeah, the Kiwi, it would make a lot of sense for this to be an A, B, and then this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. I don't think it's going to end a wave C today, though, so don't think that because I'm saying it could end a wave C that it's going to do it today. It's probably going to be next week at this point. Could that be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there? This is the A. This is the B. That's definitely 3 waves down, and then this is the C. And maybe it goes up one more time and then goes down, breaks structure, and then continues the downtrend. That would make sense on this one also, really. US dollar Swiss. Yeah, I guess I could picture this being an ABC correction. ABC. It really depends on what that dollar does over the next, 1 or 2 trading days. Yeah, I don't know about that yen. I would definitely still look for longs on that. And this is probably now in a correction. I don't think it's going to do much for the rest of the day. It's probably either going to be a wave A or 1 and B or 2 and then either a C or maybe a wave 3. Yeah, we can check that out. Let's look at silver real quick. 30-minute time frame, okay. Man, silver really looks like an ABC. Look at that. A. Usually silver and gold are definitely correlated too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes my confidence on gold even that much better. Look at this on the daily. ABC. We're in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. So we're in a wave 4 right now. Go back to gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. That makes like I said, that makes my confidence even more high about gold being in a wave C. And like I had about 6 comments today about how I'm the only person that thinks gold is going back up, and like I said, I kind of like it that way. I like being the only person that thinks gold is going up. Maybe I should start trading gold and just keep going long on it. This definitely looks to me like it's in a wave 4. And it needs to make a wave 5, and then it needs to break structure, ending a wave C. This is probably in a wave A of wave 4. Yeah, we're looking at silver right now. ABC correction, wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down again for a wave 5. Then if it breaks structure, then that will tell me that the wave C is over. But until you see that 3, 4, 5 shape, I wouldn't be going long. So I think that this is going to make an A, B, C of 4, then back down again for a 5, which makes my confidence on gold that much higher. A, B, C of 4, probably break structure and make everybody go long, and then it'll trap everybody in the long side, and then it'll go down, make a wave 5, everybody will go short, and then everybody will get trapped on the short side. They'll trap the longs, they'll trap the shorts, and then they'll rip up, ending a correction, and rip up to the upside. Let's go see what Key's looking at on the 30-minute. This is the 1 hour, but I see two possibilities here. I see that this is either already an A, this is already a B, and this is already a C, and that this is actually supposed to be like an uptrend, like maybe like a 1 or something, and this is an ABC right here, like a 2, and then it goes up for a 3. That's like my possibility number 1. Possibility number 2 is that this is all a wave A, and this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. This is an A, B, C of B, and it's going down to make a C. So I really think that's probably the only two possibilities that we really have, to tell you the truth. Which, obviously, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. Could this be... Man, that kind of looks like 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves. 1, 2, 3 waves. 1, 2, 3 waves. That right there is probably almost a perfect example of a WXY. Wow, I wouldn't have even seen that if I didn't come down to the 15-minute time frame. That looks like a WXY. This is an A, that's a WXY, a B. And it's probably going down for a wave C. I don't know, is that what you were thinking? Man, that really looks very clear that it's a WXY right there. I was just talking about WXYs in my Zoom meeting yesterday. I was saying that that needs to be one of the patterns that you recognize because they happen all the time. 3 waves, it's a triple zigzag. 3 waves up, W, 3 waves down, 3 waves down, X, 3 waves up, Y. Now we're in a downtrend for the C. Yeah, I think so. This is probably actually a wave 1 right here, because that's 3 waves down right there. 1, 2, 3 waves down. This is a trend. I'm sorry, no. Yeah, this is a trend. And then that's 3 waves up. So probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, A, B, C of W, A, B, C. It could definitely be a double bottom. That's definitely one of my possibilities. It seems kind of clear that it's a WXY though. That's the problem I see. We need to figure out if that move up is a crescent or not now. So on the time frames that actually show us the clarity, which unfortunately is like the 2-minute, this is probably either a wave A or wave 1. This is probably either going to be a wave B or wave 2. And then it's going to go up and either make a wave C or a wave 3. If it's a wave C, then it will probably break structure to the downside, proving that it's a wave C. And then you'll know that this is a 1, 2, 3, and then it's going back down. On the other hand, if it makes a 1, 2, and then just gets very impulsive, then it is an uptrend. And I could possibly picture this being an ABC right here, which is that possibility number 1, A, B, and then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C, and it just keeps on trending up. That's definitely a possibility for sure. Nope. Not a possibility. I think it's going to break that wave 4 high probably within the next week or so. Yeah, seems pretty likely. Dollar's definitely dying out. Look at it. It's starting to make a little double top right there, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Bounce off a fib level. Take out structure. That would tell me that that's a wave C. If that doesn't happen and it just keeps on drifting up, then that's obviously telling me that that's not a wave C. So I think I've had enough for today. I hope everybody likes and subscribes to my channel as usual. It makes a huge difference to Discord, pushing my videos and my live streams out to new members. Today is Friday, but it is New York session still, so definitely pay attention to the markets. I will be back on live stream on Monday. Same time, same place, and then Tuesday is the Zoom meetings. If anybody wants to participate in these Zoom meetings, then the link for that is in the chat and in the description. It also comes with a course with 38 videos, 7.5 hours of training. So it comes included, and it comes included with the private chat. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. Until then, I hope everybody enjoys their weekend, and as usual, happy trading as always.